G'day everybody, and welcome to another LEGO build stream. This time my plan is to build this, the LEGO Technic Top Gear Rally Car. This is actually the box that kind of inspired me to was the push I needed to start doing these streams and hopefully start doing them more regularly once this whole setup doesn't take me several hours to put together. Which is kind of what I spent last night doing. Which is, you know, not ideal for being able to do these on a semi-regular basis. But a big thank you to Blakey for giving me this set, which is really quite cool. I'm hoping to find out that the control app will give me a few options of things to build that I hadn't previously considered. I have also upgraded this setup since last time. The GoPro shouldn't go off anymore. And we've got a nice big overhead view which I can switch to, which will make me small and the build big, hopefully. Big enough anyway. And the table I'm building on, I slightly expanded to make it a little bit easier too. And yes, the backdrop has changed. That is because this is going to be confusing, but over there is a very big window. And if I were to build the other way, which is what I did for the previous stream, it would have been horrendously bright in the background and very, very not helpful. So let's straight up switch to the GoPro view. Let's see if I can do this from here. Ta-da! I still haven't figured out how to quite get the GoPro in sync with the mirrorless camera that films me. So the GoPro is slightly delayed, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's like half a second delay. Ah, cool. glad you made it, Blakey. Control app is really specific to the builds, but the powered up app, you can use the same hardware. It's more... Okay, cool. And I've got the... Wait, is the powered up app the one that goes with the robotics? Might be something different. Alright, can get rid of that. So, last time this stream was kind of much more of a just chatting, just talking while building some Lego, which is probably what this one will be. Move the stickers over there. And now, have these got numbers? That one doesn't have a number. Oh dear. I'm seeing a distinct lack of numbers. That suggests to me I have to pull all of this out and search for things as we go through. That's going to be fun. Yeah, the delay with the overhead cam shouldn't be too obvious, hopefully. Yeah, the old school way of building. Just put all the parts out and go. Did that bit go? I also realized I unfortunately did not bring a knife to open this. I wonder if my thumbnail's up to it. Yeah, no numbers means pile tactics. Yeah, Barnaby. Capac's asleep, so your chances of getting that out of me are a little bit lower. Even though I know you tried to make me say that and so you know those things that I don't like to say in my videos. Aristotle better. And an Aussie without a knife. Yeah, it's called a spoon. Oh man. Just need something to start this. I don't want to tear the box too badly, but I'm gonna stuff it. Let's go aggressive! There we go. That's not a knife. This is a knife. No, Jackson, you didn't miss my language slips. I haven't said those words that I refuse to say. The 4-letter L word and the 7-letter S word. That's not a knife, that's a pen. I see you. Yep. Too many Simpsons references. Too many plastics. I wonder if it'll be better for streams like this when Lego go all, so they were talking about going all paper for these packs. I wonder if they'll be louder or quieter. Floor is a good place for rubbish for the moment. And there you go. That's still in view. Good. My table is bigger than my camera can record, so I can actually reach beyond it. But it should be more than enough space because it's a lot more space than last time. Alrighty. Let's start with this. Over here. Is that still in camera? There we go. Perfect. I can see it, you can see it. I can flick parts all over the table. You can't. Oops. 9 a.m. I was actually hoping to start even earlier today, but had some troubles with my stream intro, had some troubles with the audio. I spent a lot of time last night setting things up, but I didn't quite set up as much as I thought I had. Let's put the stream PC's mouse over there. How many pieces? I don't know how many pieces. I don't think... the Technic even say piece numbers? Because they've got all the little studs and stuff. Ow, that hit my foot. Bandolier, it shouldn't have gone odd in the intro. Because once I accidentally went live early. Realized that I had no audio. I realized that I had no video because my office is going to get extremely hot today. It seems like I think it's meant to hit high 20s outside, and I've decided to keep my main PC off. My main PC, unfortunately, is also where I had stored my stream intro video. So I had to quickly start it up, move it over to my NAS, and then switch out the scene for that. It's a hassle. There you go. Get rid of those. And that. And that. And do a Capac. So, the air conditioning will not get in here. The door has to be mostly closed for the way I have to set up the camera, which sucks. So I can't even use the aircon to try and cool me down. Plastic stuck to me. Right, time to start. Thanks, RAM Charger. I don't... Yeah, Wraith. I almost did plan this stream for that 40-degree day that we had here the other week, which would have been all sorts of horrific. Yeah, where's one of those bits? That one. Yep. The joys of being in the Southern Hemisphere, we get to complain about all the things that you guys aren't. Yeah, JTL, I did catch that plastic eventually. That would have been funny to see how long that had stuck to me if I hadn't noticed immediately. I'm so glad to finally do this again. It's been too long. I left it for too long. Oh. Wonder if I can manage to keep this relatively still so I can turn this into something of a time lapse later. I'll have to try. See how still I can keep this bit while I do everything else. I'd rather be melting from the heat than shoveling snow, so... and whereas I'm sure Capac would prefer to be doing neither. As I can hear him snore through the door. Get in there. Nah, I'm still not going to get this time lapse. Yeah! Why won't you go in? There we go. Don't break the Lego splitsy. Alright, same as I did on the other side. Where's that one? Oh no, that's different. Could have been bad. I don't know what part of the car I'm building. I kind of hope I get to the point at some stage of being able to have an idea of what I'm building when I'm doing these things. So that'd be nice. So I can talk through and not just follow instructions. Where's that grey bit? Which is where? That. Yes, this is... Ooh, splits his face. Can't see the big... Is that grey bit or is that going to be black? Oh, it's that bit. This must be... Is this like a... I don't know what this is. Mind blower. I don't think we've got the 24 hours plus that it would take me to build this if I was relying on you guys to tell me what to do next. As funny as that might be to do. Oh, hold up. Right. So these go that way into both of these. And then one of these goes on top. And this goes on top. And then this. What? No, that can't be right. Really? Does that go in there? Oh, it's kind of all fallen in. Weird. Alright, maybe that is how it goes. Those bits are moving. Yes, there would be a trust issue with this. I think anyone would understand why. With me trying to get you guys to guide me through everything. Okay. Grey bit. Thanks, Morthus. I'm much happier with this new setup. It is significantly less time cost to set this whole thing up because I can leave the lights set up where they are, but it still takes a bit of time because I can't. My camera, the main one, is actually sitting where my desk chair normally sits, so I can't, for obvious reasons, have it set up all the time. Yeah, yeah, matcha. No auto turn off. I was a dope. Apparently it was set to auto turn off. Though now I wonder if it'll explode because it will get too hot, because it will stay on regardless of whether it should or not. We'll find that out. Could be a rather exciting stream if that happens. Or at least an exciting end to the stream as I run to find a fire extinguisher. Right, that goes in behind there. Yeah, Capac and I still want to do the remote building Lego thing where he has the instructions or I have the instructions and he has to build it. Oh, that's not good. That shouldn't be happening. What is going on here? Why don't you fit in there? Okay, now that's sitting. Yeah, now it's sitting where it should. I think. Okay. Yes, cue melting plastic falling onto this build. That would be very sad. But also very clippable, I imagine. How do I get that in there? meant to go through that. And that goes on. There. Yes. Combine the Lego remote build with the drinking game. That could not possibly end poorly. That could not possibly end up with Capac not showing up for a stream one day. That is too short. Where is the longer axle? It's where it's indicating a long... Oh, there it is. There we go. That one with a little red one. Yeah, Dragnon. Capac can't reclone, so I can't do all the horrible things to him all the time. So I'd have to be nicer to him if we were doing these things in real world. Plus, he'd have to be less violent to me when I threaten to steal his unknown signals. Is that those ones? The little cross ones? Wonder if the wheels on this vehicle will suddenly explode. Perhaps. I feel like this is a time where I should have known more about cars and how things like differentials work and that sort of stuff. Because I feel like I might have some better idea about what I'm actually building. But that's also kind of why I wanted to build sets like this, is because I don't know that stuff. And if I'm going to be building custom vehicles, I need to... Vehicles, not vehicles. Got booze on the mind, on the brain. Custom vehicles, I need to know that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Blakey. This is why I was so very happy you sent me this. That and that. Okay, so mirror. T-Delois, I have not had any wheels pop since the update. I've had wheels pop other things. I don't know if that counts. Like where I had it, where I ran into that drop pod. Okay. Make sure I don't put these in the wrong spot. They go here. Gee, this thing has a lot of reinforcement in it. Which makes me think that at some point when I build a custom, I'm probably going to have one fall apart on me because I didn't reinforce it enough. If I could build a spider gear set in real life. Yeah, there is the distinct possibility that doing more of this stuff will make my Space Engineers builds change dramatically and be potentially both the better and the worse for it. Worse for performance, possibly better for crazy, weird shenanigans. Right, we need this one. And make sure I get this the right way around. And that's that spot there. And one of, where is that? There's one of those little slippy bits. There we go. Yeah. Stepping on the plastic on the ground. Where are the little blue bits when the crosses? There we go. Oh, Dragnon. If Capac actually stole some of my vehicles, which I don't think he's ever done. I can't think of a time where he's taken one of my builds when I didn't ask him to. But if he did do that, I would totally pull pranks on him, like making the wheels drop off as he drives away. Because of course I would. Now I gotta get the red bits on, which is presumably to indicate some sort of direction. Which, oh, that's what I forgot to do this morning. Dang it. I had meant to start this stream off with the the kind of cargo train set running around on this table, because I have an idea of how to down gear it so that it can be useful for some sort of time-lapse build where I set up the GoPro on the track. But I forgot. Whoops. Oh, hold up. I have put these in the wrong spot. They do not go there. They go up here for the red ones. Thanks, Mythos. And Nut. That's a good point, Tidless. I could totally set Capac up, ask him to take the vehicle, and start having a go at him when the wheels pop off after I caused it. Don't tempt me with these devious plans. No. Pilot Kai, the overhead camera has not overheated yet. That is a big yet. Still worry it could happen. Yeah, Matcha. That's quite a good way of dealing with someone's theft of your ship on a public server if they forget to take over ownership. Which, you know, given space engineers, that takes quite a bit of time. And because on servers you can just delete your ship. Okay. So if we have this coming that way, it wants them there. Oh. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. So that sits into here, supposedly. Nope. What? I've done something wrong. I think I put this. What? Oh, this way. That's what I was doing wrong. There we go. Now it can pop in. I tell you what, building these on camera really shows how good some of those people are who build this stuff for time lapses. It's really hard to keep this stuff still while adding stuff to it, especially the Technic stuff. I imagine block-based builds would be easier because you can just start at the bottom and build up. But trying to hold these bits still for that is awkward. Is it that one? Looks like it. Oh, thanks, XE6. Thank you very kindly. That way? Yeah. Man, Oh, I'm starting to get sweaty. My hands are getting sweaty. Things are slippy. This goes somewhere here. Does it? Is that yeah, that it does clip in there. Yeah, that's right. Whew. Don't want to get these wrong. I desperately don't want to get these steps wrong at the start, because it's the worst having to pull one of these builds apart and go back and fix it. I was not too long ago visiting my nephews, and with the older one, we built the Lego Technic Ducati, or Ducati, however you want to say it, motorbike together. And he missed something early on, so we had to tear it quite badly apart, which was very frustrating. Yes. Matcha, this is a car, not a train. I built the train the other day. Some of these. Nope, not that way. That way. Oh, that is not clearly indicating where this is going, but I think it's there. I've also put the wrong piece in. It's not one of these. Mind blow, I'm not sure if it's the car or me that's going to end up as a train wreck. I suppose it depends if I stuff something up. And that going that way. Then that can go in there, right. See what I mean about almost stuffing this up? Oh, I'm supposed to do that twice. Great. Where's the piece? There it is. One of them. One of them. Oh yeah, SpaceX is trying to launch again today, aren't they? Yeah. Unfortunately, with the setup I've got here, I can't really switch us over to the rocket launch midstream like I did when we were when I was playing Mars Horizon, because I don't have this, because my main PC isn't on and I haven't got it set up so that I can do that. But I will be continuing on while that happens anyway. And then I can watch it later. Hopefully it all goes smoothly. Capac has not been lost to Cyberpunk yet because Cyberpunk hasn't come out yet. Capac, I believe Cyberpunk releases in like an hour and a half. Here, from what Capac was saying. I'm not too fussed, to be honest, with it. I think it'll be an interesting game to play, but I'm not too fussed if I do or don't play Cyberpunk. And I certainly won't be playing it on here because I don't think it's my kind of game for content. But Capac, I believe, is going to play Cyberpunk on his cocktail stream tonight. So in like 12 hours from now. No, Bandolier, it's just not, I don't know. I was playing The Outer Worlds the last couple of days, and while I'm enjoying it, I just can't see myself being able to talk while I play it. And the way I play RPGs tends to be quite slow. So I'm not sure it'd be particularly interesting to watch. So that's why I don't think it'd be my kind of thing. Should I put batteries in this first? I probably should. Where'd I put the batteries? Over here. I love batteries. Convenient. Exactly the right number fell out. Yeah, Eisen, I'm much happier with the big overhead view. I think it was something I couldn't really do before because the overhead camera wasn't working as I wanted it to, especially with the 15-minute timeout on it. But yeah, that was what I mainly wanted to modify this to allow me to do. And thanks, Yestergear. Am I a completionist when it comes to RPGs? I think it depends on my mood. I've completed... Wait, have I even... I don't even know if I've completed the main quest line in Skyrim. I know I've completed a lot of the major side quest lines. Like, what was that in Oblivion? I don't remember now. So long ago. One of them, oh dear. What is all that fell out of the battery box? Ew. It's like sand or something. Get rid of all that. Yeah. Vacuum that up later. No, it doesn't look like corrosion. Like the rest of them look fine. I think it is actually like sand or something from whatever else was in the drawer with these. So all the batteries look fine. Don't know. Yeah. Nuki, I'm not sure I want to be slow television though. I'm sure there's an audience for that stuff, but I'm not sure I want to be the creator for... What have I done? I had them right the first time. Yeah, AK1. Those haven't been in the drawer that long. I bought them around the time I was first contemplating doing these Lego streams. So they shouldn't be that old. All right, so we got that. That way. And that goes in there. So does that in there. Yes, you can't rotate your view. You can't change the minimap. It would be kind of cool on Twitch if there were ways to stream multiple perspectives at once so that people could actually choose which camera they wanted to look at. I feel like some platform, whether it was Twitch or whether it was YouTube, toyed with that at some point, though. Okay, so that. Wait, did I? Ah, I used the wrong length of bit. Moment, is there another? Oh, I was supposed to use these ones. Stupid splitsy. Yeah, it was YouTube. Yeah, I thought so. Head for race to the bottom. Oh, so the different... Yeah, that's true. It was the... Yeah, that's how people did it. So on YouTube, they got rid of the feature for, you know, YouTube reasons. But you used to be able to have multiple people. Yeah, you could stream to multiple perspectives. So when Wasted and I used to stream together, if he was the main host, I would stream to his YouTube. And if I was the main host, he would stream to mine and things like that. Even got Capac streaming on mine. So for Wrong Way Down, we had all the perspectives. And I suppose you could have, that was probably what I was thinking of that people used to stream multiple different camera views so that the viewer could switch between the ones they wanted. Slightly clunky way of doing it, but it did work. So the top-down camera is... Wait, can you see where my hand is? Yeah, it's right just above the frame. I very carefully put it just barely out of frame. What on earth bit am I putting in now, and why doesn't it show me more clearly where I'm putting it? One of these. And 2 of these. Gregory S., if you're looking for a story that I've been a part of creating in Space Engineers, look for Light Echoes. It's a series Capac and I made. It's actually how we started out on YouTube in the first place. It's on our Zebra Monkeys channel. And what's that say on there? Ah, just something about the Stig. I know about the Stig. I don't need to read about it in a Lego guide. So 2 of those, and 1 of those, and 1 of those. Yeah, that's true, Daedalus. I've also voiced a little bit in Nab and DE's series over on their channel, Ball and Chain. Can't get in there. Right. I'm doing that at the other end too. It seems so. I think to do these sorts of things as a time lapse, I'm going to be interested to see what this looks like as a time lapse once I've got the stream to play with. but I think to really do this sort of thing as a time lapse, I'd have to do the build once or twice, know where to do things so that I can be a little more blind as I go around building stuff. Because I think doing this the first time would be a bit unlikely. And we're getting there. I think this is the perfect size build for time-lapse on motion cam. Well, I was hoping that I could turn these into time lapses of the overhead cam and post that on the Flipsy channel as well. So when the stream goes up, the time lapse would go up as well, just for something a bit of fun. And it's one of these. And I put those on wrong. Yes, I don't always make good looking things. Just think about the vehicle that I launched to space in the first season of Grand Tour, which, you know, the joys of talking about me making a series called Grand Tour while I build the Top Gear rally car. But yeah, that thing was awful. That was hideous. Yes, Heisen. Grand Tour 2. Why is I gone? I went the wrong one. That is too long. Grand Tour 2 has started filming. I'm this time playing on a community server, which that's meshed nicely. Which the people who run it have very kindly let me go on. So I'm hoping to do a few videos of man, can't talk. I'm hoping to do a few videos worth of recording before releasing any of them. And the plan at the moment, so that I don't keep doing things to delay Survival Unlikely's finale any further, is Survival Impossible will take a short break while Grand Tour Season 2 is running. That's the plan. Okay, now I need these two that I used before. Wow. The black on black really is hard to see, isn't it? I can't even see it on my laptop. Maybe I'll have to make this a white. Maybe I'll have to get a white top for the desk. What do you guys reckon? Do you think white top would be better? I mean, the downside of a white top is I'll have to wash it because it'll probably get filthy. Go green screen. Green screen could be really weird. Really trippy. I could kind of have some fun to it. Does sound more of a Capac thing to do, but it still sounds like it could be fun. Yeah, I suppose I could try and go some sort of neutral grey, but trying to find a grey that the Lego greys don't blend into as well. I suppose white's going to have the same problem. Ow! Caught my finger. Or Capac orange. Oh yeah, white would also create some kind of unpleasant lighting style things where the white would reflect up a lot. Brown would be an option. But yeah, hopefully at some point I'll figure out how to light it in such a way that there's more contrast on the different sides and it's a bit easier. But I think also ultimately replacing the GoPro with something else will probably do more, because the GoPro does struggle a bit unless the lights are ultra bright and I get as many of them on it as I can. Yeah. How long would Survival Impossible be on a break while I did that? However long it'd take to finish the tour, really. I don't know how long that'd be. It might be kind of over the Australian summer. So it'd be kind of until like a couple of months, maybe. But the good thing is the server that I'm playing on is actually using predominantly Survival Impossible style rules. So a lot of the similar stuff, but I've dragged Capac into it. And I actually managed to get him to agree to be on it at least some of the time. So he'll be in some of the recordings and not in some of the others. So it'll be a bit more variety and a bit of fun. And I think for the sake of me being more creative, I kind of feel like before I go to space proper in Survival Impossible, it'd be nice to have a bit of a break and have some time to really put some crazy thought into how I'm going to do stuff when I get up there. Does not want to fit in. There we go. Place your bets on the death ratio. Did either of us die yet? I've only recorded a very little bit. I can't remember if Capac died. It happens so often, I don't really remember most of them. Though I say that with what happened recently in the last stream Capac and I did together. Which, you know, the irony of it is not lost on me. And I won't spoil for anyone who hasn't watched the VOD yet. Oh, cool. So SpaceX had a successful test. That is good to hear. And... so are you encouraged to find us? Well, I'm still toying with how I tell people what server I'm on. Because I kind of want to get a bit set up in it first, since there will be a lot of challenges along the way anyway. That I'm kind of wanting Capac and I to get a bit of a roll on before people come in who can play more than a few hours a week. So I'm kind of going to be sneaky and quiet about it for a little bit. Yeah, I imagine the hydrogen rebalance would help me in Survival Impossible. I think once I have the Panini set up for going and getting me good supplies of hydrogen, I'll be able to potentially use hydrogen engines to power things, which means I could transition to using more flight without having to build something giant like the Solar Axe style builds that might otherwise explode whenever a Reaver comes to visit. Uh, Herbal Knight, I really, 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 really want to get Survival Impossible finished before the new year. I'm just not going to promise anything because I just don't know. I really want it finished before 2020 is finished, and that does slightly feed into me thinking that the best idea with oh, what am I doing? With Survival Impossible is to take a short break while I do the Grand Tour thing. But I don't know if I'll even get that done in time, so I don't know the timings. But yes, I very much want to get Survival Unlikely finished completely before the end of the year. So my hope is to get a bit more of the editing done today after this stream, while also recording Survival Impossible for the week. So that goes into B. Bandolier, I think the boosters for the Remora might have been destroyed by one of the Reavers. I saw something burning in the peripheries of one of Steve's shots coming down to the planet, and yeah, I think it got destroyed. Or at least they're badly damaged. That is correct, Max Storm. I am working night shift on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day. So I'm on all the night shifts over Christmas. So I don't get any break to get more stuff done. And we've had a few people sick recently, which has made me have to do a few extra shifts. Which is why I keep falling behind. Now these bits. I'm really happy with how that emote came together, Dragnon, the blammo. Gregory, yes, that side of things, fortunately being in Australia is not a big, well, there's not really any impact on me other than wearing a mask a bit more. We've been very fortunate on that front, which sadly a lot of other places have not. Did have a bigger impact earlier, but actually, yeah, it kind of has with the sick leave, because anytime anyone gets swabbed, they have to be off for a bit. Getting Capac to edit something as complex and time-consuming as 1001 ways to die in Space Engineers. Good luck with that. What am I getting? I'm getting those. Yeah, Gregory, yes, I do work in healthcare. So this year has had some interesting challenges, which have not been particularly good. I put interesting like that, not actually interesting. Yeah. Well, Capac and I recorded more Raft relatively recently, so that was a lot of errors. So there should be more, but he's about to start playing Cyberpunk, and if the way he disappeared when... What was the last game he disappeared for? Was... Oh, I can't remember. But the way he disappears when certain RPGs that he very much loves playing come out. Good luck getting any more Raft for a week or two, at least. He will be obsessively playing it. Final Fantasy, that's right. Yes, he disappeared into that quite badly. So, that's just Capac. He's like that. I try my best these days to make the things I disappear into things I can stream. So I don't really disappear. Hence the Lego streams. Because I would have disappeared into this if I didn't stream it. Oh, yeah, Dreadnought. I don't know when we're doing the package openings things. Capac's done one of them. Like, he's recorded something. But we did get your very kind gift recently. So we will be showing that off. Potentially while I've still got this whole thing set up, because I believe Capac and I can cozy up to each other and stand... Oh, I was going to pull my mic out. Can stand here and talk. I could probably move my boom mic so that we can both have our audio reasonably recorded. So we're going to do it with this setup. So hopefully we'll be able to do that soonish. Before I get frustrated with having everything around my desk and I push it all back. So, fingers crossed. What am I doing? Not that. Goes in there, then the red, then the yellow. Yeah, I suppose you could argue that Capac playing these games is burnout relief, but sure, I'll let him have that. Yeah. I thought this thing was going to take a lot longer to build than the rally, the thing up on the shelf. It's actually come together, seems to be coming together quite quickly, this. Which I'm pleased about. And I need 2 more of these bits. Yeah, I guess some of it does come down to practice, doesn't it? Having not built any Lego when I did the previous one in years. And then, as mentioned earlier, having spent a good deal of time building with my nephews. Yes, Eisen, that is true too. It is quite nerve-wracking the first time you show your face on camera in this sort of setting. And not sure what you're going to do with the format either. Yeah, I do want to do some stuff with Capac Cosmonauts, but with our current setup, Capac can't do Lego builds really. He's got his face cam, but he doesn't really have any way to set up a space like this. So we're waiting until hopefully next year we'll have some means of doing that for a variety of reasons. that goes through for that on top. Then, okay, I see what that's doing. Wait a second. Does this one? Oh, this one doesn't get anything. So this will, I'm presuming this is the steering mechanism, which will have some sort of thing to allow it to steer properly. Sweet. How that's all going to work. Probably something related to the next bit I'm building, because it looks like it's got a thing for the toothed gears to sit in. Just that. Two of these red pens. Yeah, see, if I'd done the Lego video games, I would have had more... Like, playing the Lego video games would make it easier for me. Or I'd find that easier to know what I was doing than playing this, than playing with these. But Kabak and I once did actually try to play the Lego Star Wars game as a recording. But the recording went so horribly, apart from the intro, that we were like, nah, not going to use that. Just see Splitsy setting up an extension. Yes. That's a fair point, Eisen. Wondering what impact this would have on any of the sort of wheeled contraptions that you try and build in stuff like Scrap Mechanic. Though based on what I saw of Wasted's experience doing that style of thing, I'm not sure Scrap Mechanic is really up to it. Like a full-on system. Because it did start to reach the limits of the physics engine when he was doing it. Okay. That works. And we need two more of those grey bits so we can lock it in. Yeah, Scrap Mechanic's fun, but it definitely can become quite... Wait, what am I doing? Said grey bits. And red bit. And yeah, Eisen, Wasted does have a habit of, does like to make a habit of breaking game limits. He also has a significant amount of experience with this sort of stuff, with his remote control car racing that he used to do. That's something that I lack, any of that experience. So for me to try and do the stuff that he does, I don't think it's going to happen. And all the... Oh, that's what I remember from the streams. All these people telling me to do these things and using these words, and I'm like, I don't know what those words mean. Ah. Speaking of Lego sorting, oh, I don't really have easy access to any of the stuff that I've got, but I've got, at the moment, 3 trays worth about this sort of size by, you know, that high, filled with Lego, which I bought off eBay like secondhand, and have slowly I'm slowly sorting them. I've gotten through 1 tray's worth, so I've still got a lot to go. It's really slow, especially weeding out all the bits that aren't actually Lego. Because there are a few bits in each of the boxes that are not Lego, which I need to make sure that I keep them separate. I've gotten rid of a few Mega Blocks, Dragnon. I don't know if I've gotten all of them, though. Alright, there we go. Is that exactly the same angle, or is that... I'm trying to think whether... I'm trying to decide whether this is, like, proper Ackerman steering, I mentioned. It shouldn't. It's the same angle of both wheels. Still, cool. That's how you can build a steering mechanism. That will be useful for me to know in the future. Who needs sorting? Yes, you could do it like we did in Scrap Mechanic, where we just threw everything on the ground and went, meh, it'll be in piles somewhere. But with Lego, oh, that'd be horrible. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Where did that go? Oh, there. Yeah. There we go. No, the camera's not on the ceiling. The camera is just barely above here. I've got a pair of C-stands holding up a beam, and then the camera is mounted to the beam with a clamp so that it stays there nice and firmly. That was the big upgrade I made from the last one of these streams. Because I really wanted to make sure that the camera was fixed and, you know, not going to be moving around, not going to be slightly off-angled as well. I could make it really square this way, whereas before I had it kind of cantilevered over. Which didn't work well. The sandbags were not enough to keep it stable. Clip the cam to a ceiling fan. Oh, I'm glad I know that you're... Eisen, if you want to feel sick, I could do that. Although I don't have a ceiling fan. Damn it, Dragnon. You had to do that while I was actually on camera. Thank you, Dragnon. You are far too generous. Especially for the present you sent us. And, you know, all the subs, of course. But, yeah, too generous, man. Where do these go? There. 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 There we go. Yes, Dragnon, please don't. Please don't spend... This applies to everyone. I am incredibly grateful for all the generosity of the people who donate and all that stuff, but don't ever, ever feel like you should have any pressure to do that stuff. Don't. If you feel that things are tight, just watch. Just be part of it. Don't ever feel any pressure on that. I would hate for people to feel pressure on it. That's what I want. And the blue ones. Thanks, Matcha. Yes, that's a good way to do things. Drop the one bit. That's perfect. Still this. Yeah, but was it worth it for the actual seeing of the reaction this time, even though I'm in a tiny box in the top right, top left, top left. Lewis, why is your OCD rising? What have I done that's making you upset from that point of view? Thanks, I think. Why won't you go in? There we go. Oh, dragged on with 1021. 1021's a perfect number. What's wrong with that? Yeah, fire strike just like that. It's the perfect way to do it. Cool. Now we have something that looks a bit like an engine. That is actually the steering mechanism. Hello. Hello. Okay, why am I struggling to get these into these curve bits? I don't feel like they're that tight. Ah. So right, Starship didn't land particularly well. Got you guys. That's unfortunate. That's probably good they have these problems now, not later. And those two. Incognito, you might be right there that this is easier to build than some of my Space Engineers stuff. There's certainly the added advantage of, with Lego, you don't have to worry about performance problems. The real world can handle all of the physics clang you want to throw at it. At least until things actually explode. Them. Then. Oh. That way. That one. Yeah, Lego doesn't have a projector. Man, that'd be kind of cool. Having a hologram to guide you on your build. And I'm wanting one of these. Just one of these. Let's do these. Wait, what? Yeah. What? Oh, I forgot to put them in. That's what happened. It's like, where did these black pieces come from? I realized I missed them up there. Yes, I know holograms don't work like that. It'd still be cool if we could have some of these sci-fi-ish things. I wonder why they chose to use a two brick piece on here, and then one of these round bits with then one of, where is it? Hello, little blue bit. One of these, which makes 3 studs. Why don't we just have a 3-piece? Odd. And then this slots into here. Yeah, I suppose it could be to get the part count up. I wonder if they even make the 3-piece though. I guess they might not. Hey, Mackle. Yep, no 3-piece with holes in it. That explains it then. This is what I'm learning. Hey, Zuck. How's it going? What am I doing? That round. Oh, what have I done? Oh, no, that's right. That's right. I've done something wrong though. Hey, Zuckley. And all you people from Zoc Stream. Did things go better today, Zoc? I heard you had some troubles the other day with Space Engineers and server-side frustrations. Consti was telling me. I did not watch the rocket launch. I didn't realize the timing was going to work out with this stream, so I didn't set things up in a way that I could actually watch it during this, which was annoying. Of course there's instructions. It's Lego. It's got to be. At least for now. My plan is once I get a bit more of the hang on Lego constructions, and then I can start doing stuff like I do in Space Engineers and build customs. That's the hope anyway. Yeah. I am disappointed I missed out on seeing the rocket launch. It's not common that I'm able to see the things like that, given I'm in Australia. Mackle, I think there's stuff you can use to make like a clean shaven head less shiny. Or you could like totally go into it and go real chrome dome and like really shine it up if you wanted to. That could be fun. Yeah, I was thinking Lego versions of a lot of my builds. The first one I want to do is actually the Liftsy. So do something that's a remote controlled mobile platform that actually has a self-balancing thing on the top of a crane. But I needed to build a bunch more stuff with those components before I try and do that so that it works, rather than just being a horrible experiment that ends terribly, except probably not spectacularly. Oh yeah, the goose might not be a bad option either. Although, I feel like the goose, I'd have to get an understanding of how to build drones because I'd want to build the butterball on the back. Although I suppose I could just build a decorative version of it initially. That's valid. Fair point. Dragged on. That is one of... Where's the bit? Where's the bit I'm looking for? Can't see it. This is the first time I've not spotted the bits. Ah, there's one. I only need one. Good. See you, Matcha. Yes, this needs to be a... And go to Linus Tech Tips. And go to Linus Tech Tips. I can't speak. Yeah, that thing. You need to do the lttstore.com thing with the water bottle. That is true. There probably is a PDF version of the instructions. I'm pretty sure Lego provide those. I don't know if there's much value in backseating me when it's right there for me. However, once Capac has a setup that he can do these sorts of streams on as well, our hope is to do some competitive ones, perhaps where we even use you guys as the instruction set. My lights are reflecting off that page badly, so I can't see it. Oh, build your Lego project in Space Engineers. I don't know that's going to work super well. The limits of the physics engine and trying to do mechanical parts. You can do a surprising amount in Space Engineers using like mechanical gears and stuff, but eventually you just run into a problem where the collision mechanics, even if you turn damage off, start to struggle. Which is true of all physics games that I've come across. So it's not a Space Engineers problem, it's just a problem. Yeah, this is the Top Gear app-controlled car, which I'm being lazy and not putting the stickers on. Just in case I want to use these parts for something later, is what I'm thinking. And these. Yeah, it would be... Okay, maybe trying to build something like this in Space Engineers. Wait, did I do that upside down? I did that upside down. Like this in Space Engineers could be a thing. Which is a much simpler build, but probably not a full-on remote control car. Bandolier, tank tracks in Space Engineers have been a thing for a long time. They're just very time-consuming to make. Some of you are probably familiar with Bruce Lee's builds. And I actually approached him in the past to ask whether he'd be willing to teach me how he did the tank tracks. And he was like, the way I did them doesn't work anymore by the time I'd asked him. And, you know, as my experience of building them, because I've built them with rotors and blast door blocks before, like way ages ago, and they worked. It was just not very well. What am I doing? Snap in there. Expecting something to lock me in down the bottom there, but that must go on somewhere later. See you, Firestroke. You made a weed whip and something? Oh, that's the other thing I need to build. I want to make a blender out of Lego at some point for the stupid fun of it. Okie dokie. So that needs to line up there, and then that pops through into that. Okay. Let's turn this so you guys can see. Bit. Yeah. V8 blender. Ooh. Is it wrong that I find the idea of that both terrifying and slightly enticing? Oh, you used a Dremel for it? Jeez. No wonder you injured yourself with a weed whip. I think it's a miracle I've never injured myself with my Dremel. Considering the things I tried to use it for. Just like carving stone. Once used it for carving sandstone into something. I can't remember what. Yeah. Elemental Blaze, I can imagine a parent wouldn't be too impressed by a custom rubber band Gatling gun. Though, I gotta admit, I'm slightly impressed by the idea of building stuff like that. Though I think combining it with, say, Nerf ammo might be a little more acceptable. I also slightly worry what trouble I might get into given my country's very tight rules on such things. You still wonder if I'm a guy lip syncing to me talking. Interesting. Yeah. I'm still contemplating how to do a blender. I think it should be possible without taking too many advantages of things that aren't Lego. And honestly, it will require having a place to record that is capable of being cleaned up. So that's not here because I'm currently standing on carpet. But once I have such a space, then yes, I would very much enjoy attempting that and seeing all of the chaos as it all goes wrong. Because, you know, that's the best bit. Chaos is always the best bit. Or at least I have to have that attitude because I'm friends with Capac. Wait, what? What have I done? Oh no, that's right again. Oh, that's pushing right up against the cable. Not happy about it. Get in there. There we go. Yeah. Good job, Mike. At least you can kind of tell me if I do something wrong, but it seems like it's all going okay so far. I have always got that nervousness about messing this up. I popped into someone's stream a few weeks ago just to see what they were doing with their Lego build stream, and saw them taking apart their whole build because they'd messed something up right at the start. And I was like, oh, yeah, I really don't want to do that. I put that on the wrong way around. That's better. This attaches with those up there. This may not take out me or my base, but depending on how fine control and how much lag there is in the control of the car. Moving it around on here could take out my laptop, which I hope it won't, but it could. Oh yeah, you guys are allowed to share links in chat, so they should all work. So okay, that goes on there, just goes into there. Yeah, cool. And the other side. This is pretty cool so far. I'm definitely happy that I've got a set that has a steering mechanism and the associated instructions of how to put it together, because I'm going to need that later when I try and build something custom. Oops. Forgot to put the thing. See ya, Thoron. Trying to think. So those of you who were here earlier, when I was building this mechanism down here, this is the differential, right? So that it, like the split diff thing, I think. Assuming I put it together right? Yeah, I thought so. So that's another thing I wanted to make sure I had a proper one of, because it was going to be useful for any sort of powered vehicle. It makes a big difference having that. Stupid nose. Right. That there. Yeah, very simple version of one, which is probably ideal for me. So close. Where's that one bit? Okay. Where is this going? I'm struggling to... Oh, it goes underneath. Right, I see. Starting to work out where this goes, and I think it's here. No. It's back here. I think to hold all those wires in place. Oh no, they show it under the wires. What? Yeah, I'm putting it on top of the wires. I've got some chains. I've got some gear chains. They came in some of the eBay kits I bought. Well, not kits. The giant tubs of Lego that I bought off eBay. Okay, I feel like something's wrong here. What did I do wrong? Why do I not have those red pins pointing up where this says they should be? Because I don't think I'm supposed to bend this. Oh boy. Oh, right. Duh. Wrong end. Goes there. Good job, Splitsy! Good job. No. Oops. Yep, I've definitely done dumber things. Yeah, Eisen, you're right. The Technic builds are deliberate because then I've got all the parts. My next stream I want to do with Lego will be the uh, robotics set. Because I bought it's not the EV5, it's the 5-in-1. Is that right? I think so. So I want to use the robotics set to learn about the robotics pieces and what I can do with them. And then with that done, I'll have hopefully all the bits I need and a basic understanding of all the parts to be able to build something custom after that. Although maybe by then, Capac will have the means to record and we can do some fun cooperative / not so cooperative Lego building. Oh, yeah, but Mike, the previous ones weren't called 5-in-1. This one's just called that. I don't have it in here, so I can't show it on camera. And I do not have a radio mic. I'm actually tethered to the computer, so I don't really want to have to pull my mic off to go get it. Yeah, I was similar, Osmondo. That's why to hopefully get lots of parts that I might want, I went and bought secondhand sets off eBay for that reason. And I've ended up with a whole lot of Lego friends from one of the kits, from one of the sets. So I have an awful lot of pink stuff. If I ever have a pink Space Engineers build I want to copy. And Eisen, I'm not sure I want a wireless mic. The things that might be forgotten, like if I have to take a bio break midstream and I leave the mic on, that would be bad. Yes, Jackson. Yes, I've got enough pink to build the Chasqui. I don't have enough dark blue, although this is pretty close to your blue that you use in your ships. For those of you who don't know Jackson's builds, a number of them are in the Assertive Cargo Ships mod. And they're the bright pink against dark blue ones, which are quite striking. And I do quite like his color palette. Yeah, I think this blue is as close as you're going to get to your blue that you use on your builds. That's one. Yeah, Mythos. I am not surprised running sound on any sort of thing, theater, TV, whatever, that you've heard awkward things that people have done while not realizing that their mic is on. Like there's that whole traditional story of the people who leave their mics on and then badmouth the sound guy. or badmouth anyone and the sound guy's still recording. Yeah, so the new planet, none of my mods will work on. Lucas has updated some of his to use hydrogen to work on Pertem, or Petrum, Pertem? I think it's Pertem, Pertam. Basically, Pertem, the new planet in Space Engineers, has a really, really low atmospheric ceiling. So the terrain map goes very close to where atmospheric engines no longer work, the atmospheric thrusters. So the cargo ships can't actually find a safe flight path, so they won't spawn. That's why if you're playing on Pertem, the assertive cargo ships and many of the other modular encounters spawner mods won't work. They have to be hydrogen powered ships for them to be able to fly there. Yeah, Rush, there's there are things other than being rude to people that you can do on a microphone that you really regret. Like leaving it on when you go to the toilet. But yes, one should not be rude about people behind their backs, because that does increase your chance of getting yourself into trouble. Rubber. What? Yeah, just hangs there. Wrong way down would be easier. Yeah, yeah, probably would be. Unless you forced yourself to stay where the atmosphere was breathable. Because I believe it gets thin in some spots, although maybe not quite on the higher bits of the surface. I don't remember testing that when I was playing Scrap Race. I mucked around with a few other bits, but I didn't check that. On there. Yeah, Maximus, that's what I thought. I thought there were spots that are where you would normally try and hang out, where things would be, where the oxygen would be low on Pertem. Nice. I think I've missed something in chat. Oh yeah, element. Yeah, sorry, I did miss something. It's all good. You guys have sorted it out. Next bit. Making sure I get the right one of these mirrored pieces. Which is that one. Oh, that's... Wait, what? Where's the red bit go? Oh, it's pinning down from the top, right. So these sit this way round, clipped into there. The red bit goes down from there. I believe I just heard a Capac get up to get ready for work, so he won't be joining me, unfortunately. Morning, Capac.
Oh,
I'm on a plateau on Pertum. Low oxygen, but plenty of spider spawns. Pertum has spider spawns? I didn't know. Does it do that by the... Is that default? I mean, spider spawns aren't on by default, but is it on if you turn spider spawns on? That's interesting. I imagine that'd be very difficult on Pertum because I think it has much lower resources. So having to deal with that would be quite difficult. Yeah, Mackle, I bet you're not alone setting up for playing some Cyberpunk today, since it is out, and I know a lot of people are quite excited by the prospect. As I was talking earlier about how excited Capac is. Yeah, I imagine it's a battle for ammo issues playing with the spiders on Pertum. Oh yeah, that's probably an issue for a few people. Um, Incognito having, because I think Cyberpunk does have quite high spec requirements. So if you don't have the necessary graphics card, you're going to struggle. And given all the supply issues, scalpers and all that horrible stuff, a lot of people who might have had them probably wouldn't anyway. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people's streamer lists are full of people playing. I did that the wrong way around. What am I doing? Full of people playing Cyberpunk today. Won't be me though. I got other things to do today. And also, if I was really excited about a role-playing game, honestly, the last thing I'd do is watch someone else play it. Yeah, exactly, Incognito. If like, I haven't watched anyone play anything or do anything with Baldur's Gate 3 because I want to play it. Because I loved Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Like, I played them so much in high school and yeah. And I think I even, once the CDs had started deteriorating, a couple of them, still managed to install it once I was at uni. Because I really, yeah, I love the storyline. And I love the humor, and I think that Larian are the perfect people to do the old school Baldur's Gate style humor justice. That is what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm going to wait for full release on Baldur's Gate. I'm not going to play any of it until the full release is out. As I played Subnautica before its full release was out, and I have regretted it ever since. That goes up here. Yes. Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes. Yeah. I can't do his voice. I'm not even going to try make a real attempt at it. But Minsk, great character. But that style of character development, that style of humor that you can put into a D&D RPG, I think Larian will do it justice. So I don't feel like I need to be part of the development and watch it as it goes. I think I'll just trust that they're going to do a good job and that I'll enjoy playing it once it's out. Wasted, Shaq, and I have talked about, although this was mostly in the context of when we all thought we were going to be able to go to Gamescom. We had talked about playing some D&D together while we were over in Germany. Obviously, that didn't happen for very understandable reasons. And I am struggling to see the other one of the pieces that I'm looking for. No. Have I got a missing piece? I feel like I may have a missing piece. So I cannot see, and you guys probably can't either, the other one of these black bits. Rats. I may have to go dig around in my Lego box. But there were 2 pieces missing in my cargo train set as well, which was annoying. I haven't dropped anything under the table other than the one thing I knocked off, which I picked up. So that's a piece. That's one of them. Got 2 little curves. Those bits. Wow. I will have to take off my mic when I go to find that at some point. Yeah, there's none of... It's not to the right. There are my wheels. Wheel arches. Other bits. Let's bring them actually into shot. Those 2 bits. Axles. Yeah, it's... I totally can't see it. At all. Oh well. I think it's not a critical part, although I am tempted to try and find it. One sec, guys. I am going to try and find it. I'm going to go grab my box of Technic bits that I've sorted out so far, and we'll see if we can find it in there. I have to detach my microphone, which I'm hopefully out of shot while I'm doing, because I look weird. Be back in a second. Once I try and get past all my cameras and stuff. If you can still hear me, I should have done a prediction for whether I'll find it later. This is very not OH&S friendly. Apologies about the mic noise. Okay, and I'm back. Right, so I got this box. Can I find that piece? What does that look like? Now's the real Lego searching in a box to try and find stuff. Thumbs took it. Yep. And I do wonder if I've even got this part. In the bits that I've sorted so far. Oh! Nope, that's not it. I found a grey one. We'll keep that aside for now. And love this noise. Hopefully it's not too loud to you guys. Yep. All right, we'll go with the grey one for now. Let's put that somewhere better. Down there will do. Yeah, Dragnod. That unmistakable sound when you shook your presents and you were trying to figure out what they were. Like, it's Lego! Okay. I'll have to go on the Lego support website and get that missing piece once the stream's over. Because they actually do mail it to you for free. I got the missing bits from my other set. And I just said, yep, this was missing. And they just sent it for free. They sent the bits for free. Which, you know, is just good business sense. But it's still nice to know that it actually does happen. Yeah, so true, Bandolier. They don't make you search for parts like a parent would. I remember that. Mum would be like, have you looked here? Have you looked here? Have you looked here? All the while I'm getting more and more frustrated because I thought I looked in those places, but she was usually right and I hadn't looked properly and it was actually there. And then it's this and this. And this is starting to come together nicely. Yes, Bandolier, I very much did a boy look. This sits in here. What? I think there was meant to be another blue pin there. Which I clearly missed and didn't put in. That was that. Yep. Treading on Lego in the dark is horrible, especially when you're trying to be quiet, because then you have to express your frustration silently. Your frustration and your pain. Oh man, it is right here. Ah, dang it. Thanks, Zuriel. Well spotted. Yeah, this is when I need a Capac growl on like some way to play it. That's a good point, Bandolier. The fact that they do send the parts for free means they don't expect to be missing. The ones in my cargo thing were definitely missing because my partner looked for them too and she couldn't find them either. So it wasn't just me. Because I clearly just proved that I can't find things. Oh yeah, that's another thing, Jones, about streaming a role-playing game that you haven't played the story of yet. People trolling you and dropping spoilers in chat. I know all of you guys are really awesome around that. When Capac and I have asked you not to spoil stuff, I've watched people be really, really, really careful, and that's awesome. But being on Twitch, people can find you by game, and if they want to just mess with someone who's playing a particular game, they can and do. Which would also be frustrating. So hopefully Capac doesn't get that tonight. I'm expecting that I'll have some time to join him for the beginning of his stream, so I'll try and help prevent that for him. But there's only so much you can do. Yeah, final. Yes, the old looking for your glasses even though they're on your face thing. I've never done that because I don't wear glasses, but I do remember once freaking out because I thought I'd lost something and it was in my pocket the whole time. Which was a thing that I had to very sheepishly explain to the people who were helping me try to find it. This was in early high school. I think my teacher was trying to help me find it and I was stressed out. I feel like that's where that's supposed to be, but it doesn't fit. Where is this supposed to be? What am I doing wrong? We've got that way. Yep. Then it goes on to this one. What? Ah, it goes in here. That's what I was doing wrong. I was trying to put it on the wrong side. There we are. Yeah, I think we've all done that where you do the, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Only to realize that it's somewhere very, very obvious. Or I like to believe that everyone has made that mistake at least once. Nope. That way. go in there. Ta-da! Some of these Technic builds seem to... They definitely get a lot out of their stickers. But for reasons of wanting to build custom stuff later, haven't been putting the stickers on any of the builds. So that I can use the blocks for whatever I want afterwards. They're not then typed by those stickers. Okay, that goes in there. And we are getting really, really close. I asked that question a few times in that first stream, or at least a lot of people were talking about anyway. Vilken, what were you expecting to see when you saw me for the first time? Based on my voice. I think it's this one? No, it's this one. Yeah. This one goes... I actually have to concentrate for a second because I can't work out what they're telling me to do. How is this joining on to there? Oh, right. That's going there. A blonde with glasses. Interesting. Pretty much as far from me as possible. Ah, the jerks. How high is this meant to be? There are 2 holes here. And it doesn't show which one it goes in. I'm guessing it's that one. That's not very clear. Imagine me looking a bit like Tom Scott. I guess in a weird way, some of my Space Engineers videos would be a bit like his stuff. In that, you know, focusing on the teaching, focusing on trying to give information clearly, concisely, and quickly. So yeah, I can kind of understand why you would get to that conclusion. Thanks, DC Viper. Who inspired me to start making YouTube videos? I didn't, honestly. I watched not a great deal of YouTube before I started making stuff. Most of the stuff I came across prior to making my own stuff was actually because Capac and I, at that stage, had already become housemates, and we had our computers next to each other, and so whatever Capac watched, I heard. Which is how I ended up watching the Yogscast and that stuff, because he did. So I'd hear it, and he'd be laughing, and I'd be like, what are you laughing at? But yeah, I didn't watch a whole lot. I did before, like I did watch a bit of Wasted, a bit of Shaq, back in the days of Tazoo, who is basically, if you imagine Capac with the mind of a developer and the knowledge, a massive knowledge of Space Engineers, that's kind of what he was. So that was kind of all. Yeah, there wasn't really any specific inspiration. It wasn't like, I want to do what they're doing. It was just, I want to make videos. That goes down in there. Actually, thinking back, I reckon the first two YouTubers I watched were Sorted Food, which is like these British guys who are a little bit like if you imagine Top Gear with food, especially back then. And Paul Suarez Jr., the Minecraft guy, because when I first started playing Minecraft, I wanted to figure out how to do stuff. It's that long ago. Hey, Kabak. Are you installing Cyberpunk to play it before you go to work? Mr. Pock, that was Sorted Food. I still watch their stuff because I still find them fun. They actually did it was kind of a little awkward, but they did a crossover thing with the Yogscast and Game Grumps last year, which I think could have worked, but didn't. Right, what have I done wrong? Red pen through there. Capac taking a sick day and then his boss knowing he's a streamer and then watching him drink cocktails tonight might not go so well for him. Is that right, Capac? So it's probably best Capac does the sensible thing and not lose his job. Yeah, they would 100% know what you're doing. Is that because you've been ranting on about Cyberpunk for ages? I forgot the grey bit. Right. Got the overhead lights. I get that problem every major launch day. Half my team disappears suddenly. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't work with many other people who are into games, but I can't really call in sick anyway. And I don't think I've ever called in sick for a launch day of anything. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Yeah, I've never called in sick for a launch day of something. I think because I find it a lot easier than Capac does to just not get into the hype and not get spoilers. So I don't need to worry so much, which allows me to get away with that's the wrong way around. So Sidam, you sent them all to holidays just so they wouldn't call in sick for Cyberpunk. That's a good boss. There we go. The two little washers. Yeah, Demon Works. Sometimes hype pushes me away from being interested in stuff as well. I will openly admit. Here we are. We have headlights. To get my finger in behind those bits. This is almost done. How long has this been? About the same as last time. That's kind of cool. I thought this was going to be much slower to build. Feels weird putting on normal Lego bits when you've been doing stuff with Technic the whole time. Yeah, Mackerel. I think in the future I would have a lot of fun putting proper lights on things like this. There we go. I mean, yeah, OTI, Capac and I play a lot of indie games. In fact, have we even played any AAA titles together? Any, like, not independent developer? Because technically, Keen is an independent developer. Now, is that wanting... Yeah, it goes that way. I can't think of any big titles that the two of us have played together. Oh yeah, we played a little bit of GTI 5, that's fair. Rockstar, big developer. That was just at the end of a stream so that we could muck around though. Dragnon, we did briefly stream a bit of GTA 5 and we did use some GTA 5 footage in Light Echoes. Check it out. All right, now I have to figure out how to turn it on because where's the on switch? And I have to get my phone and try and control it. And also dismiss some of my messages. No. Here we go. And this. Should probably read the instructions on how to connect this, but I didn't. Whoops. Bluetooth on. I have turned on Bluetooth. Sure. Oh, it's turned itself off again. I hope I don't accidentally broadcast something like my phone number. I don't see how I would really do that. Okay. Connecting. Oh, that's right. This does sound effects too. Can you guys hear that? Updating the firmware. Yeah, now I need to build a sweet jump. Now need to get more GoPros or mini cams so that I can mount them onto things like this and get footage around the place with it. I need a Stig. Well, if I thought it through, when I went out to get the Lego, the Technic blocks, I could have grabbed my minifigs, my bag of minifigs, and put one of them in there. I'm just going to put these bits into this box. Put that into the box. Leave that updating. Can go down there. I don't know if the Mindstorm has cameras. I know it's got sensors and light sensors and distance sensing things, but I don't know that it's got any cameras that you can record or anything. Yes, tape Capac's phone to it. All right. Let's set up my model. Calibrating. This really is quite cool. This is really cool. Complete. Visit the mechanic when maintenance is needed. Let's learn how to operate your rally car. This drives in reverse. Yep. This steers the front wheels. Oh, yep. Cool. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, there are batteries in it. Don't worry. It's all working. Change to manual transmission to drive using gears. Ooh. I think I probably want to leave it on manual so I can keep it slow so I don't drive it off the table. All right, let's give myself a little bit of run up. Manual. Oh. Why isn't it driving? Did I mess up my differential? Oh boy. The diff's not working. Oh no. Uh. Oh no. Why? Why? How do I fix it? Oh, I think I know what's missing. I should be able to take this part out, I think. I think I know what I stuffed up. How am I going to get this out without tearing the rest of it apart? I think there's a gear missing. Man, I can't grab that. My hands are too slippery. Oh wait, that doesn't come out. This one does though. I think. Oh, no. Uh, comes out. And we should be able to... Oh, I should turn it off first, shouldn't I? Oops. There we go. They did say take it to the mechanics. They just probably implied that the mechanic had some qualifications. How am I going to get this out of here without tearing the whole thing apart? I need to get these red bits off. Then I can remove this. I think. Oh. Well, that comes out anyway. Whoops. There we go. Now if I take this end off, I should be able to pull this whole mechanism out. Yeah, turn up to a mechanic. I got a problem with my car. Why won't that come out? That should come out. Have I got anything that would aid my grip down there? Oh, I did have something sharp. I did have scissors behind me. I could have used those earlier. What I think I need to do is pull this axle out. Then I should be able to lift this and angle that out, maybe. Otherwise, I guess I'd have to lift off. Oh, this is possibly the worst bit for me to stuff up. Also, I swear I turned you off. There we go. I don't think I could have stuffed up a worse part of this. All right, I'll be back in a sec. I've just got to go grab some grabby, pliery things to see if I can pull this out and I can wrangle this thing out of here. Ugh. Yeah, I got to get that out. Be back in a sec, everyone. Whoops. Yeah, Capac has been lost to the abyss and is unable to aid. Dang, having to take the microphone off. Dang, having to walk through the obstacle. Yeah, finally found him. Where's my microphone? Just ignore the camera wobbling as I walk past it. Alright, let's see if I can make this work. I really hope I can get this thing out without having to take apart the whole car. So that's going to be sad. I'm back. Come on, gently. 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 Ow. Okay, that's out. And I didn't injure myself too badly. Now, should be able to lift this off. Pull that out. Lift this off. Come on. You can come out. No, you can't. No. Oh, man. This isn't working. Oh, yeah. Thank you. The little red bit that was stuck in there. How do I do this without taking the whole thing apart? That bit moves. This bit is linked though. That blue part there. Do I risk bending the axle? Yeah, so this axle here, it has one of those little ridges on it that stops it pulling out. So I can't just pull it out. And I risk irreparably damaging this, but I really don't want to spend another 2 hours rebuilding this. Plus half an hour pulling it apart. Yeah, see, Down, I totally stuffed myself up by saying I thought this build would take longer. I feel like I'm close to getting this out. It's unlocked from that bit. It doesn't want to come out. Oh dear. The white frame is really stuck. It has pins coming in here, which this whole bit is really stuck in. I can't get it out, and that's the issue. Like, this bit is so rigidly holding it in place. They did too good a job. This is the problem with not understanding how differentials work. I didn't realize I'd messed it up. Aha! Victory is mine! Yay. I did it. I did the thing. Right. Where's the instruction book? And I think one of these missing gear, one of these extra gears was not actually extra. Where's the Differential instructions. Here we go. Okay, we start with that. I missed step 1, which is slide one of these into the bottom. Then drop 2 of these down. Then drop another one on top. And then put this on top. Actually, that's a good point. It is probably still too early. So let's do a thing. Because I find these fun. Ah. Why won't you let me edit this? What? Ah, that's why it won't. Can I reassemble this without breaking it? Yes, probably, or not a chance. Now we'll go 5 minutes. Now we'll go 10 minutes. There we go. Okay. Use your channel points to predict whether you think I'm going to fail this. As I attempt to reassemble this thing. So, considering I may not fully remember how all of the bits that I ripped off go back on. Oh dear, I just put that in wrong. Oh no! Okay, that's better. It does actually come out relatively easily once you've got it out once. Get on there. Yeah, I dropped 4 gears in. So I slid that one in underneath, which is the one that I'd missed. I then, oh no, it is gears all the way around. I missed that one. Ugh, stupid splitsy. Dang it, now it won't come out again. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Come on. Come on. Ow, fingernail. Ow. I know you guys probably tried to tell me. It's really hard while doing this to pay attention to all of chat. I do my best though. I do try. All right. There we go. 3 dropped in and extra 1 on top. Then 5th down the bottom. Let's see if we got a gyro again. Kind of. A little bit. Okay. Then I think that bit goes in there. If I can get it to pass through. Yep, maybe. Doesn't want to. Oh. Dragnon, I don't think my nephews do watch. So, I don't think they get the chance to learn from my stuff up here. Does anyone get the feeling that I just missed a thing? Because I did. Where is it? This thing. This thing goes here. That's why that won't go in as far as I thought it should. There we go. Then, let's put this thing on. That goes there. With that on top. That on there. Come on, get in there. No! Glad I grabbed the needle nose pliers. There we go. I probably could do a test before I reassemble it all, but I feel like I need to get that side in. Although I probably shouldn't put that in, should I? Yeah, let's just chance it. I reckon I've got it right. Let's take the gamble. Okay. That goes in there. Oh, come on. Does anyone remember where this piece goes? I can't remember where I put it. Was it on this side? Need the pliers again. Get in there. Yeah, I think it might have been a spacer for the wheel. But on which side? Unless there's another one in the thing and I missed the second one that was supposed to be on there. Jackson, I broke something right at the start. Oh, wait. I think this does go on this side. There we go. Split diff. Working. Oh no, there's spaces on both sides. There are two of them. There we go. Now that makes more sense. Yay. Let's leave the pliers out of the picture now. Get rid of that. And we'll try this again. Hopefully, this time it works. Also, okay. Come on. Work for me. Please. Yeah! Oop. Gotta be really careful not to fall off the table here. That works really well. Whee! Okay. Um, 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 um. How fast is third gear? Oh, what? Did the app just crash? I think the app just crashed. Or I hit home. Oh, wait. Does it have to accelerate? Why don't you? I think I have to accelerate to go in third gear. Yeah. Slowly accelerates. So I can't really give a full speed test on the tabletop. Oh, hit the laptop. Whoops. Oh man. I did it. I think I have to go to a thing. Where is it? Haha, the people who doubted me. Prediction complete. I made it work. Well, I call that a success. Even though it wasn't quite as smooth as I would have liked. I think I'm going to wrap up the stream there. Next time, as I mentioned, and I should have gotten it when I walked out of the room. Next time I do one of these streams, I'm going to build the robotics set. And Capac will be back this evening. And I believe his plan at the moment is to play some Cyberpunk on his stream tonight. So enjoy that as he drinks a cocktail that will undoubtedly be related to Cyberpunk in some way. Then, because Capac will probably stay up too late playing Cyberpunk, I might be back for a solo stream tomorrow morning with no Capac. But if that's the case, I'll have something fun to do. So there's all that and plenty more to come. And I will see you all then. Catch you later. How can I stop this? There we go.